Can we start, sir? Okay. Hi, children. Hi, children. Hi, all. Good afternoon, children. And I think you're all busy preparing for the board exam, right? Okay. I would also say that you are busy preparing for the board exam, but you're also preparing for the entire life. Why did I say so? Because the marks will decide which career you are going to choose. So that is why I told that. Okay. Anyway, children, let me welcome you all with me, Zeenat Moidu. Now, children, I have something to discuss here with you today. That is two parts. I have two parts with me, like the first session, not session exactly, the first one, part A or part B, you can call it. And I have in part A, I have a handful of points or valuable points which, if you utilize it properly, will enable you to score good marks. And the second part, part B, I would say, that is of course the discussion of the question paper. So, this is English paper, CBSE English paper. So, shall we move on to the part 1, which I told you that I have a handful of points to discuss with you, right? Now, part A means I have made it part A and part B, okay. Don't think that it is from the question paper. Okay, part A means I have prepared 5 questions or maybe 4 questions. The first one is that since this is the English paper, I would tell you to understand the question whatever is given in the question paper. The first and foremost thing is that once you understand the question properly, then you will be able to write the answer properly. For example, I will tell you, we have many question words, that is what, when, where, why, how, all those things are there. So, if you should clearly know the meaning of all these question words. Because, for example, I will tell you, what is evaporation? Actually, I don't know the science and all much, but still I am telling, what is evaporation? It is something, the state of water changing into gas, right? So, when the question what is evaporation, you give that answer. But if you give the answer how is evaporation happening, the process, then definitely your answer is getting diverted, right? So, what will happen? You will lose the mark. So, that is why I told you understand the question properly, like question words like what, when is related to time, then which means you have to select out of something. There will be more things, some things there, and you have to select which, we ask that. Okay. Then where is related to place. So, there are so many words like that, and you have to learn the question words. And normally what you do is that you read the textbook, you prepare notes, and then you refer the textbook, all that you are doing. But the thing is that you never read the questions. That is very, very important. Okay, this is number 1, understanding the question. Shall we move on to number 2 point? Okay, budgeting the time. What is budgeting the time? You all know that you have 3 hours of time, and this time should be budgeted properly. Now, I will not say children you have to take this much time for one section, or this much time for the second section or B section, and this much time for the C section. Each child differs. That means what you have to do, you have to have a practice at home, and then you will understand how much time you are going to take. For section A, reading passage, for section B, and for section C. So, allotting the time and deciding the time is very important prior to the exam. Please do not sit in front of the question paper and decide the time. You will waste the time. So, please do not do that. Okay. So, budgeting the time is very important. Now, shall we move on to the third point? Word limit. Keeping up the word limit is very important, because you should know how much should I write for 50 words. How much should I write for 100 words? All those you should know. Very, very important, children. I would also suggest at this point of time that you can keep a pen and a note with you so that you can write it down the important points, and then because it may be useful for you. You're all very smart, I know, you all know this, but still I'm here to remind you in order to score better marks, right? So, word limit, please practice and know, be aware of how much is the word limit. Excuse me. So, how much is the word limit? That is very important for the CBSE. Okay. Shall we move on to the next point? That is, I will be talking here, section B, you have the writing practice. I'm sorry, writing skills. That is, there you get advertisement writing, notice writing, debate writing, speech writing, then what else? There are many things like the letters, formal and informal letters. So, like, letter to the editor, like that. So many things are there. So, these are all the things. And here, why I said this means, you have to just going through this, because these are all having the formats. You all know that the format of advertisement is not the same as the format of the notice writing. So, you all know that. So, just recalling is very important, because what is the format of advertisement, what is the format of notice writing, now what should I do for the article writing, all these are having formats, and then all are having marks also. For example, writing the heading carries 1 mark, like that the mark distribution is also there, and you should also be aware of that. Then only you can score good marks. Otherwise, simply reading the question and doing advertisement and all that. See, for example, in advertisement, we should not do any designs and all that. So, are you aware of that? If you are not aware of that, then go back and you have to revise. Okay. Come back, children. So, what I would tell here is that rehearsal, repetition and recalling in section B is very, very important. Then you will be able to score good marks. Now, children, I will tell you, study smart, because day after tomorrow is your exam. Study smart now, not study hard, because this is the high time for your exam, and then do a very smart study from today itself. Okay, children, above all, now before I wind up this section A, I am telling you, above all, don't be nervous. Nervousness is, of course, everyone will have that, because how much experience you have, how much you know about everything, but still nervousness is something different thing. You need to have the confidence. For that, make a good study plan. Now it is high time, but I'm just reminding you, make a good plan, study. Once you know everything, you will be very confident. If you are very confident, what will happen? You will not have sweat hands, you will not have shivering. Then, often children have reported that, ma'am, when I get the question paper, I just go blank. So, when I ask why, you know everything, you have studied everything. When I ask, they'll say, no, ma'am, I don't understand why I'm scared of, and everything go blank. This is all because, I'll tell you one tip also, children, here anyone will go nervous. So, what you do is that breathing exercise. Breathing exercise is very good, and please note down and do it during your cool off time. Okay. Now, we are going to the question paper discussion. That is what I'm winding up with the section A, a few points which you have to keep in your mind always prior to the exam. This will enable you to score good marks. Now, shall we go to the question paper discussion? Okay. Sorry. Okay, this is already here. See, children, your question paper will be of 3 hours and out of 80, and you all know that you are having section A, section B and section C. Now, you all know that section A is having 2 passages. The first one will be unseen passages, like discursive passage, persuasive or literary or whatever it is, and this will be, of course, we might have not read before. So one passage is there, and you also get the second passage, and yeah, so we will go to the first passage reading. Now before discussing with this section A, reading skills, you should understand what are they testing in you by this passage. What do you think that what is the question paper testing in you? What are they testing? See, just this is it is very easy to understand that by reading the passage, they are testing the comprehension capacity in you. That means, are you able to understand after reading this passage? Are you able to answer the question which is given at the end of this passage? Are you able to draw inferences out of it? What do you mean by drawing inferences? Are you able to form your own opinion after reading this passage? Are you able to draw conclusion, like, and give your own opinion? Are you able to do that? Then they are testing that. Then of course vocabulary. You have seen that they will be asking, okay, you find this word which will mean the same, synonyms. Now the children who have the reading habit will score better marks. Why? Because they will save time here by finding it out fast. Reading habit is good, but not all are interested. Okay, come back children. So the objective of reading passages is this. You must understand that. Based on that, you have to study. Okay, now children, what we do is that when we get the passage to read, what we do is that immediately we start reading. So shall I tell you some tips and tricks for this? Okay, what you do is that go to the back of the passage. You saw the passage and you just read this donated organs and their transportation. Okay, come, let us go back. The first step I would tell you is that to read the questions first given at the back of the passage. Oh, I think this is the second passage. No, 6, on the basis of, yeah, see, now I have come to the last part of the passage. Under the passage, they have given a few questions, multiple choice question is there. So what you do is that read those questions first. Children, I am taking time here to explain to you. You will not take this much time there. You will be acting out there. Practically you will be doing. So I am taking time to explain the tricks to you. Okay. Now, what is the first question they have given? On the basis of your understanding of the above passage, answer the following question by choosing the most appropriate options. Did you read the question properly? Read the question, reread the question. That is where how you can understand the question. One time reading is not enough. One more time I will read and show. On the basis of your understanding, you have understood something out of that passage, of the above passage, answer the following question by choosing the most appropriate options. There may be more answers there, but the most appropriate answer you have to choose. The first green corridor in India was created in. What is green corridor? Do you know? Even I don't know what is green corridor. The first green corridor in India was created in, okay, read, New Delhi, Chennai, Mumbai, Pune. B, the organization. So children, I forgot to tell you one thing. While reading the question, what you do is that, for example, I told you the first green corridor in India was created. I told green corridor, we don't know what is it. So what you do is that underline this. See, the first green corridor. So you underline this green corridor. Now here I cannot underline it here because it I think it doesn't work here. So what you do is that the first green corridor, underline that keyword. For us it is a keyword because it is a new word and you underline it. Now go to the second one, the organization, which is, sorry, the organization is framing proposal to airlift cadaver organ is, answers they have given: Union Health Ministry, Regional Organ and Tissue Transplant Organization, etc., etc. Now here also you can underline the word organization or proposal or cadaver. What do you feel? What strikes you? Please underline those words with the pencil. Okay, next one. The onerous task that the author is talking about in para 1 is onerous task. I do not know the word of that, meaning of that onerous. You also don't know? Then underline it. Okay. Next, most of the people do not go for heart transplant as. Heart transplant, underline that. Next one, most states refer organ transplant cases to big hospital because. To big hospitals, why do they refer? Underline that. Why are you underlining this? Because we will be going to the we will be reading the passage for the first time. We did not read the passage now. We are reading the questions. So while reading the passage, what will happen? The keywords which you are going to focus, we will be underlining there in the passage. Okay, this will help you to find out the answers quickly. Now, I think, okay, heart retrieved from a body is alive only for dash hours, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, alive, underline the word alive, or whichever is for you it is easy, do that. Answer the following questions briefly. Okay, now what is green corridor? How much marks are they, how much marks do you have for this? 1 mark each. Okay, next one. See, when I came to question 3, answer the following questions briefly. How much mark is there? This is carrying, the marks is not given here. This is carrying 1 mark. I have the paper, rough paper with me, and this is having 1 mark. Let me check, children. Yes, 1 into 5, 5. They have given 6 questions, but 1 into 5 is 5, and each question is carrying how many marks? Only 1 mark. So what? How much line are you supposed to write? Only 1 line. But if there are cases where 1 line is not enough, because if you write in 1 line and that answer is enough, means it's okay. But if you feel that in order to support that line there should be another supporting line, then only the meaning will be full, then definitely you have to write. Clear? Okay. Now, so for 1 mark you can write only 1 sentence or 1 more sentence, not more than that. Children, don't think that if you elaborate the answer for 1 mark or irrelevant points will not be counted in CBSE. For sure. You have to write to the point, as I told in part A, write to the point only. They want the answers which is asked in the question. They don't want any irrelevant answers. Clear? Right. Now, pick out the words from the passage which mean the same as the following. I told you vocabulary testing. Yes. See, save. There is a, you have to find out in para 1. They have given para 1. Now, the presence of mind is very important, children. While you are doing your exam, your presence of mind, you will look to that side, you will look to this side. What will happen? Sometimes you will get diverted. So you have to be in your question paper. Save. There, what are they telling? Pick out the words from the passage in para 1. Go to para 1 and pick out the same 1 word which will mean this. There is an alternative for the save. Where? In para 1. You must find out that. Don't worry, children, if you do not know the answer, do not worry at all. You can do a guesswork there. Because when you read the sentence, you will understand, okay, this is save. The next one they have given is that achieved, carried out, para 3. Paragraph 3, there is a word called, no, there is a word which will mean achieved or carried out. You must find out that. So, that is there. Then, what else? Read the following passage. This is the next passage. Before that, let me tell you the trick. Okay, reading passages, how I told you first, what are you going to do? Read all the questions at the back. That is what we did now. Now, what do you do for the second time? You did underline all the keywords which I told you, you should focus on that. And what you do? Now, we are going to skim the passage. What do you mean by skimming the passage? There is skimming and scanning also. Of course, you will be knowing what is scanning, right? Okay, skimming the passage means going through the surface of the passage. Like moving in this method, your eyes will be moving like this, like this, like this, as if you are climbing down the stairs. Okay, and it should be a bit fast, a bit quick. Why? Because we are not going to, many of the children get stuck there. This will eat up your time. So, what you have to do is that just skim, so that you will get the, you will understand what is the overall message given in the passage. For that, we are doing that. Now, you are skimming out the passage. Let us go back. Yes. Okay. Now, donated organs and their transportation. The heading is given like that. So, what is definitely related to, sorry children, what is definitely related to, it is the transportation of the donated organs. Excuse me, I'll have little bit water, okay, 1 minute. Okay children, I am back. I had a little water. Okay. Now, donated organs and their transportation. So, now we understood what is the topic all about. Organ transportation. Clear? Okay. Shall I read the first paragraph? Once an organ donor's family gives it consent and the organs are matched to the recipient, medical professionals are faced with the onerous challenge. Somewhere I have come across this word. Underline that. Clear? Challenge of transporting organs while ensuring that the harvested organ reaches its destination in the shortest possible time. This is done in order to preserve the harvested organs and involves the police and especially the traffic police department. Now you have read, I am just explaining to you children, you should be little bit quick. Okay. Now we will go to next one, and now you are supposed to underline the key words which you found in, which you did in the questions. But while reading the questions, I told you, you have to underline the words. So that also you please underline. Say for example, onerous challenge I have seen. The traditional method of transporting organs by road is referred to as a green corridor. I have come across with this word. So shall I underline here? You also underline like that. And then this process entails police escorting an ambulance so as to move around the traffic. Usually, a specific traffic lane is chosen and all signals on the route stay green to ensure it reaches its destination in the shortest possible time. I hope this is very simple language. You will all understand this. A green corridor is a route cleared and cordoned off by the traffic police. Cordoned off, I think it is, like you have to move the people, like when organ transportation is done, then if there is a crowd, so the police will come and tell them to stay back. Might be that is the answer. You can do a guesswork, that is why I am telling this. If you do not know what is cordoned, I don't know the meaning, don't get stuck up there, move on. And that is why I told you, do the guesswork here. Off by the traffic police to ensure the smooth and steady transportation of the harvested organs on the most occasions to those awaiting a life-saving transplant, because not only the person who have donated the organ, the family who have donated the organ, but there is also somebody who is waiting with their life, say they are also waiting for the heart or the organ to be transplanted. Organs tend to have a very short preservation time. They do not have much life, such as the heart, which has to be harvested and transplanted within 6 hours they are harvested. Okay, now children, you will be going on reading like this until this passage ends. So now what is the next step we will see? Now you read the questions again. At the back, 1 or 2 questions again you read and you come back to the passage, and now we will see what is the first question. The first green corridor in India was created in. Did you see that somewhere? Okay. See, the first green corridor in India was created by Chennai Traffic Police in September 2008 when they accomplished. It goes on like that. Now, what you can do is that you can just mark the answer. The first green corridor in India was created in Chennai. The organization which is framing a proposal to airlift cadaver organ is. Now you have to go back to the passage again, and what you have to do? Where did you find all those things? Shall I move like this? Yes. Expert point out the lack of robust system to no. The National Organ and Tissue Transplant Organization, the country's apex organ donation agency, is now framing a proposal. So NOTTO. Clear? So this task will make it easy for you children. See, when we were all writing the exam, even I did not know this trick and method. Now you people are very lucky, let me tell you now, because everything is in your fingertip, right? That is why for the same reason I am here with you now, right? Okay children, now and as you read the passage, I told you to underline the keywords. As you read the passage, what you do is that keep marking the answers if you feel that is correct. And you have to, in between also, what you have to do, you have to read the question, then again come back to the passage. That work should be going on, right? Okay. Now, the last step I am telling you in this reading passage is do the scanning work. What is scanning? As I told, first I told you skim through the passage. Now you are going to scan the passage. What do you mean by scanning the passage? Going deep down into this passage. So what will happen? You will clearly understand one more time what the passage is telling, or check whether what the answer you have written is matching and it is clear, correct. And children, there are some 2 points which you should not do. Definitely not do. Let me tell that before I told you, whatever points I told you is the thing which you have to do during that reading passage. Now I will tell you 2 steps. 2 things which are the don'ts. You can call it as don'ts. What is the number 1 thing? Cutting and pasting is very easy. So cut and paste. Take this, stick there. This you will lose mark for this, because CBSE is very, very clever to see whether you have a head and a tail. Clear? Because just having without the starting line, not starting line, don't make the answer too long. Just the sentence should be correct. While we value the answer sheets, we have found that children will take the exact thing and just as if they have cut it and stick it out there. Never do that. There may be answers which is suitable, that is okay, but there are many answers where you have to frame the sentence there. So never cut and paste the answers. Never do that. The second point I want to tell you during reading, answering this passage question. For example, you read a question. Then I will go to this side. For example, I will tell you children. Here, this is also carrying 1 mark. Now for example, what is a green corridor? Okay, what is a green corridor? Did you find somewhere here? I told you the question word, what is green corridor, not how is green corridor or why is green corridor. Why is always related with because, reason. But here the question is what is green corridor. So what might be the answer? No. Here I found it in the second paragraph. Look at that line, read, the traditional method of transporting organs by road is referred to as a green corridor. To put it in simple ways, that is green corridor. Clear? 1 mark. Suppose you do not know the answer of this. You did not find this. You keep on searching the answer, keep on searching the answer. What will happen? That will consume much time. Move on to the next question. But keep in mind that you have not answered that, or you can mark in the question paper, I have not found the answer for this. Otherwise, children, you will lose time here. You need more time in section B. You need even more time in section C. So, presence of mind, awareness, that is must. So, I am telling you, please do not stick to one question. If you do not know the answer, keep moving on, right. This is all time saving. This will all enable to score better marks and you will get good results. So, these are the main things which I wanted to tell you in passage. Do you want, let us see. Okay, why is smooth transportation of the retrieved organ necessary? Did you understand the question? Why? What is the meaning of this question? Word, why? Why means you need to write the reason. Why? Because. Why is it smooth? Why is smooth transportation of the slip of tongue, retrieved organ necessary? Why is it necessary? It is necessary because it is having short life. You need to transport this in a very fast method and in order to save another life. One life is gone. We have retrieved harvested the organ, and what we are going to do? We are going to save the next life. So, and if we are taking much time, and what will happen? The person will die. There is no use. So, you can find the answer there. Shall we see? Can you see? Usually lane is chosen and all sickness ensure it reaches its destination. Harvested organs on most occasion to those awaiting life-saving transplant. See, organs tend to have a very short preservation time, such as heart, which has to be harvested and transported within 4 hours, or lungs, or the lungs which can be preserved for only 6 hours once they are harvested. So, you need to find out the answers from here and write the answer. Clear? Are you clear, children? I told you what are the things that you have to focus on while reading the passages. Do not go directly and read the passage first, go to the question, have a knowledge about that, then come back to the passage, underline the keywords, focus on the keywords, then mark the answers if it is possible for you. Do not stick to one question if you do not know the answer, and avoid cut and paste. Clear? Right. So, shall we move on to the second passage? So, again I came to the end of the second passage. Okay. So, shall we read what is given in the end of the end of the passage? What is the question? Now, there is a passage. Okay, 4 to 5 paragraphs are there, and on the basis of your reading of the above passage, you have read the passage on the basis of your understanding. What did you understand? Okay. Make notes on it using headings and subheadings. What you have to do is that make the notes using headings should be there, subheadings should be there. Use recognizable abbreviations, minimum 4. They have also given. See children, I told you you need to have a pencil also with you or a pen. You can mark it out. On the basis of your reading of above passage, make notes on it using headings. Do not forget to write heading. Then subheadings. Do not forget to write subheadings. Then use recognize. See, all this will be carrying marks. So now you have to think, okay, using headings, this will carry marks. Subheadings, this will have marks. Recognizable abbreviation, that will carry mark. Minimum 4. If you write 3, you will, marks will be reduced there. And the format you consider suitable. There is a format for this. Supply a suitable title to it. See, another one which you will have marks is the title. And okay, that is one question. Shall we move on to question B? Make a summary of the above passage in 80 words. Words are also given 80. Now, what do you think this is of? Make a note. Make a note. Everybody will know what is making a note. Your teacher might have taught you note making, and you are doing it for the examination. See, you have a vast syllabus, and throughout the year what you are doing, you are reading, studying, doing everything. But the day before the examination or 2 days before the examination, you need to have a revision. Then can you open the textbook and then read it? No, not at all. So what you have to do? You have to make a note. That is called note making. Now note making is having a format. See children, simply you cannot write some notes over there. No, it is having a format. For the format itself, you have marks. So you need to learn the format. That is why I told you children, all these are having formats, and you think that I just, oh, note making I can do. No, not at all. What you have to do is that you have to rehearse, you have to repeat, you have to recall also. What is the format of note making? Okay, you have to recall also. Now, shall I? Okay, I would like to tell you what is, how to make the note making. Now, and this is note making. And I'm sorry, where is it? Okay. This is note making and this is summarizing, right? I will tell you how to do this. Now, first of all, I will tell you, you are making the notes, this long passages which has been given above, you are going to make it short without leaving any important point. That is note making. Okay. Now, you have to make it into a manageable size. We do not want all these blah blahs and all that, we want only points and points and points. Okay. Now, and it will be very good, helpful for your exam also. While doing the revision, take this note and keep in front of you, then it is very easy for you. It will work out 100%, I should say, it will work out. Now children, the format I will right. Okay, thank you. Right. Okay, children, sorry for the interruption. And so I said you are making the note, you are making notes in order to have it into a manageable size, and then in order to revise for the examination. So in English, children, everything is throughout the life, it will be useful for you, whatever you are studying in English. And it is so nice to see that all these things are included in the CBSE, and it will, you require all these things throughout your life. Even when you are going to join a career, or you need all these things, for example, letters and all that, anything. So, shall we come back to the point? Now, quick revision of the exam. Now, format. What is the format? First of all, you have to write the title. Clear? Write the title, it will have a mark because in the question they have asked it. Then the main points, actually I wanted to show you, excuse me, okay, see like so children, you make a note down. I actually wanted to show it here, but sorry, like you just note it down. What is the format? You can write it. The format is, first write the title. You read the passage, clear? Now write the title which you feel is a good one. You can make a title and write it, and now you are going to, for example, let us come back 1 minute children. I didn't come back to this, sorry. Then we make a summary of the above passage 5432. Okay, number 5. Now read the following passage. Shall I read this first paragraph to show? Let us see what is the passage about. How does television affect our lives? It can be very helpful to people who carefully choose the shows that they watch. Television can increase our knowledge of the outside world. There are high quality programs that help us understand many fields of the study, science, medicine, the different arts and so on. Very clear. What is it about? What is the topic about? About the uses and abuses of the television. Rightly said, see, these are all the advantages which I read here. Now, as you go on, you can see, moreover, television benefits very old people who can't leave the house, as well as patients in hospitals. It also offers non-native speakers the advantage of daily informal language practice. They can increase their vocabulary and practice listening. There are many positive things which you will benefit out of watching television, but there are also adverse effects are also there. Sorry, let me zoom it. On the other hand, okay, on the other hand, there are several serious disadvantages of the television. Come on, they have given the disadvantages of the television. It goes on like this, children. You must take time to read this, and then many children many children stare at the TV screen for more hours a day than they spend on anything else, including studying and sleeping. It is clear that TV has a powerful influence on their lives and that its influence is often negative. So, clear that the second passage they have given is about watching television, its uses and abuses, disadvantages and disadvantages, very clear. Now, how will you make the points? Number 1, the format will include the title. Of course, what will you give the title? For example, television, uses and abuses, or advantages and disadvantages. That will be the main title. It carries mark. Okay, now what is the format? Next one is numbering. Main points. Children, you have given the main title. Okay, television, uses and abuses. For example, that is the title. The very next line what you have to do is that main points. So, what the main points will you can write number 1. For example, shall I see? Okay. For example, let me try. So, you will be giving title. Okay. Television, uses and abuses. Now, next one, what are you going to give? The main points. Okay, number 1, I am putting number 1, the main points you will write. Main points. Tell me one main point. Advantages, I'm going to give advantages of watching TV. Okay, the main point you can write advantages. I'm not writing the whole story there. So the main point is this one. Okay, now this will carry mark. This will carry mark. Okay, now I am going to write the sub points. Sub points, numbering is very important. Numbering is carrying marks too. Now this one point, the color changed. Okay, eraser. There. Okay. Okay, children, came back. Okay, main points. Now I am going to write the sub points. 1.1, very important. Now what will be the sub point I am going to give? You can just read and you can just give the points as you as you think that it is very you want to do. Okay, now there are several. So how does television affect our eyes? So what I am going to choose is that there are high quality programs. If you choose the shows, it will not affect nice high quality programs you can choose. So what I am going to give the subheading is carefully choose shows, and you can carefully, colors is changing, choose the shows for watching. Now I am just showing this, children. You focus on the format. Please do not focus here because I am just showing you the format. Now I am going to 1.2 subheading. You are getting numbers, marks for that, and television increases our knowledge. So I am writing increases our knowledge. It goes on like this. 1.3, 1.4. How many points you want to, you feel that is important. If it is irrelevant and not necessary, leave it. Otherwise your notes will be very big. So I am going to main point number 2. Can you see, children? I hope you can see. Number 2, I am going to give the main heading like, not main title, main heading like disadvantages. Here I have given what? Advantages. Advantages of watching television. Here what I am giving? Disadvantages of watching television. Okay. So, and again what I want to tell you is that when you want to write the sub points, 2.1, this will be seen, right? Okay. 2.2, then I am just writing it here because, children, I am not having the space down here. So shall I write here 2.3? What are the point? Like that it goes on. Okay. So now you are having two main points, a title, one point here, main point here, one main point here. There are sub points here, there are sub points in down also. Now you got this passage into this form. Okay. Now what are we? That is the first one question they have asked. Uh, on the basis of a use recognizable abbreviations. Did you use abbreviations here? I will show, see they have told you at least have to use 4, minimum 4 abbreviations. What is an abbreviation? The short form of a word. For example, I have used TV for television. So, you have to also use abbreviations. For example, what you can do? Advantages, disadvantage, you can see ADVT, advantage or something, but when you are writing the abbreviation, you have to put a full stop there. Very, very important. Now, children, shall I rub this? Now, I told you main point, sub point with numbering, that is done. Then you have to do this also. What is this? This is called as the glossary. They have asked you to write 4 abbreviations, so that you have to explain it here. I am showing an example, children. You have used TV. What is it? Clear? How many of you? How many you have to write here? 4. The second one, if you want to add this one also is okay. My drawing is not so good, children. Number 2, I told you ADVT. I have used ADVT. Full stop. Very, very important. What is this? Advantage. Number 3, you have to use something, you have to use something. Number 4, 4 abbreviations you have used, that is the glossary, index or whatever you call, you need to do this. Do not forget to do. So, shall we check we have done everything? Did you use the heading? Uses and abuses? Right. You got mark. Then, did you use the main heading? You got mark. Did you use the subheadings, that is the numbering 1.1, 1.2, 1.3? Did you use it? You got mark for that also. Okay. Now, abbreviations. Did you use this? Did you use this for? Got mark. Okay. Next one. Supplier suitable. Okay. Everything is clear. Yes, children. You got the idea? So, format is there. Mark distribution you should see how much and all that. And see now this is carrying 4 marks. So, I will tell you how. For the title 1 mark, main points 1 mark, okay. Now, what happened? It is going to this side, okay. Okay, children. There is, okay, right. So, I will tell you title 1 mark, then main points 1 marks, numbering 1 marks, then glossary 1 mark. How much it became? 1, 2, 3, 4, right. Clear. So, by that we are coming to end of the section A. No, sorry children, what about this? Make the summary, that is there. Okay, now we finish the other one. Now, let us see what is summary. Now, what is a summary, by the way? Now children, summary means did they ask 80 words? They have asked you to write 80 words. Now what are you going to do is that you are going to write in a passage one paragraph or a concluding para, that is enough. You are going to write the one paragraph there. Focusing where? Now we removed this from the question paper. Now you have made a note using subheadings, headings and all that things. Now using that one, you have to write in 80 words and make it short. Actually, I wanted to write here. See, I have written, you can just listen to that, okay. Television affects our lives in many ways. It increases our knowledge by carefully choosing high quality programs. It benefits old people and patients in the bed who can't leave the house. I have not left any point, and I have taken from the note making which I have made, and I am not taking it directly from the passage, and it helps us to practice language, listening and vocabulary. That's all. The second paragraph I have written the disadvantages of the television. Children sitting in front of TV for long hours is the main disadvantage of TV, and results in poor concentration. They become violent after watching murders. People become dissatisfied with their own life as they admire the glamorous life of which they have watched in television. Now, you need to conclude it also. However, TV brought remarkable change and has become a companion to lonely people, that we cannot deny. So, the last paragraph should be of your opinion. You can never leave a summary open. You must conclude it and write it, okay. So, and that it should not be very lengthy, it should be 80 words, but don't sit and count the words in the examination hall, because you should have an idea, okay, this much will come for 80 words, this much will come for 50 words, and how 100 words this much, that idea you should have. So, that is the summary, children. You are making the note with headings and subheadings and all that. Based on that, you are making the summary, and you get 4 marks there. There is also a format. You get, while you are making the summary, you get 1 mark for heading, you get 2 marks for content, you get 1 mark for conclusion. Like that format is there, you will get 4 marks. And children, there is mark also for I said 2 marks for content. I said it could be 1 mark should be for the expression. You know what is expression? Not your facial expression. What is expression? Your grammar, spelling and your fluency, everything is okay, then you get the full mark. And children, it is very easy to score marks once you are confident to write the exam. Once you know the format, what is the difficult thing? Okay, and this is the thing, English is one thing which you need life till life ends, So, you have to learn all this format. So, children, we have covered the section A portion. We are moving into section B. Section B, I told you in part A that you need a lot of practice. You have to set a place in your home where you are comfortable, sit and write the examination, and keep your mom as the invigilator or sister as the invigilator. They will be happy to do all those things. And children, I am sure that you are doing that. I am sure. Because you know yourself and you know how to manage the time better than we people. Okay. So, it is there. I said that rehearsing, repeating and recalling is very important. Here it is necessary, like where is it? Section B. Let us go to this. What is this? As a general manager, Golden Software Solutions, New Delhi, you need a software engineer for your organization. What are you? You are the general manager. Then, what is the address? Golden Software Solutions, the name of the company. You are in New Delhi. Now, you need a software engineer. What do you need? You need a software engineer for your organization. Now, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? Draft an advertisement. You need to write an advertisement for situation vacant. Very clearly, please understand the question. Situation vacant columns of a national newspaper stating your requirements. You need a software engineer, but what is the qualifications or what is the age you need? Means the company needs requirements regarding age, qualification, experience and salary offered. With all these things, you have to give an advertisement where? In the newspaper. Now, when somebody reads the newspaper, they will see, okay, there is a vacancy in this company, I must apply. So, what are the points that you have to note down? I will tell you what are the points that you have to note down is that understand what is it first of all. What is this? Is it an advertisement writing? Is it a notice writing? Is it a letter writing? Don't confuse that it's a letter writing because you know children this happens even if you know this happens in a hurry you read. So, you think okay I have to write a letter and you write it. Not like that. So, what you have to do is that you have to understand okay this is a draft and advertisement for the situation vacant. Situation vacant means of course it is a classified advertisement. We have classified advertisement and commercial advertisement. You can call it as advertisement or advertisement or whatever you know like both are not wrong anyway pronunciation. Okay, now we have classifieds and commercial. What is commercial? It will be always digital and it will be given in the television or you know like that digital. Okay. Now, what is classifieds? It is for the ordinary people and in the it comes normally comes in the newspapers. Have you seen the new? I have brought a newspaper cutting for you, but it will not be possible for you to see I think. Okay. I don't know whether it will be visible or not. I don't know. It will not be visible. I think there are paper. Normally, what happens, children, in Malayalam Manorama and all, you can see in Wednesday's paper and Saturday also it comes, I think. And you can see the classified advertisement in the newspaper. And if you take it and itself, you will know what are the things you have to write. So, what are the things you have to write? Situation. What is it? Situation vacant. Shall I do it here? You need to write this in uppercase letters, not in small. Write it in uppercase letters. It carries marks, children. Okay, this is the format of writing the advertisement. Situation vacant. Now, did you read the question paper? I am sorry, did you read the question? As a general manager, you are the general manager. Now, you need a software engineer and you can decide what qualification. It is not given there. You can decide what qualification the the company needs. So, and what is the age and all that the general manager is deciding or the company is deciding. So, shall I write? Now, you can just watch here, wanted software engineer. Now, let me tell you children, each word is counted in the newspaper. The cost goes according to the word. How much short you can write, that much less money you can give. So, I think you know that, or if you don't know, just take it from me. Now, so why did I say this? We do not want any long sentences. We will only write the facts. Only the facts should be written. Okay. I have written from Okay children, uppercase letter, wanted software engineer, and what you will write? BE, BTech, BE or BTech with minimum 2 years experience. See children, I am just writing to save the time. I am writing like this. You need to write in full. Okay, minimum 2 years. I am just showing the sample, and age between 25 to 30 years. Shall we keep 25 to 30 years? Now salary, whatever salary? Salary is, people will look for that line. Okay. Salary is negotiable. Okay. Right. And now interested candidates may apply with detailed resume to the general manager. The interested, or you can just write candidates may apply like that. We need not have this. What is it? May apply to, you have to write the contact details of the person whom the person should contact. Where do you write? You write in the next line, that is the general manager, Golden Software Solutions. You have to write in the left side, and then what else? Place, New Delhi. That should also be there. They have given in the question, see, and salary. The address is General Manager, Golden Software Solutions, New Delhi. So now, very important thing children, this advertisement should be in a box. See, my handwriting is not so good. Not like this, sorry. If you do that design, you will not get mark. It should be in a box, proper box. Carry scale also, pencil also with you, so that you need to whatever we wrote there, that should be in this type of a box. So this is the pattern of advertisement writing children, and then just go through the points what you have to write. Okay, write 1 minute. Okay, so are you clear with this one? Advertisement writing, situation vacant, situation wanted, or whatever it is, those both you can use. Normally you get questions like for sale, then matrimonials will be there, but normally I think questions like that are not asked. Then what, so many things like that they will ask. Situation vacant, what else, to let, then missing, lost and found, all those will come in the classified advertisement. Have you seen that? And it will be very small and in a very simple language. Ordinary people should understand the language. They should understand what you have written, and it should be only the facts. These are all the important points which I want to tell you while writing the advertisement. Okay children, Shall we move on to the next one? You are Nitin, Nalini, cultural, and you are Nitin, or if you are a boy, you can use Nitin. Never use your personal name in your exam paper. And if the name is not given, use XYZ. Be very careful, okay? You are Nitin, Nalini, okay? Who are you? Who means who are you there in the school? You are the cultural secretary, SVA Public School, Jaipur. The place is in Jaipur. Your school is staging the play. Your school is going to have one play. Play means one drama. What is the name of that drama? Shakuntalam. Now, what are you supposed to do? Let us see whether it is an advertisement, a letter writing, or what else. Write a notice to be displayed on your school notice board. Now, your school is having a notice board. Which school? SVA Public School is having a notice board mentioning time. You need to mention the time. Mention the time, date, and the city theatre where the play will be staged. Now, take your pencil and mark what are the things that you have to include. Write a notice to be displayed on your school notice board mentioning time, date, and place. Where is the play going to be staged? Where the play will be staged. Invite the students and their parents to come and watch the play. What are you requested to do as the cultural secretary? You have to invite the students and then with their parents to come and watch the play. So, you as the cultural secretary have to draft what? Notice. This is notice writing. Shall we do that? The box is very small, children. Let me try to make it big, okay? What is? No designs, okay, children? The line is going crooked, but you don't make the line crooked, okay? Box is very important for the notice board also. Okay. Now, the format. While I am writing, you also see that it is the format. Okay. Now, what are we going to write first? The issuing. Who is issuing this notice? Who is issuing this notice? Which organization is issuing the notice? That is the SVA Public School. Uppercase letter. Next, what is the next one? This is in your school. Okay, children. See, what is after all a notice writing? It is a piece of information which has to be given to a group of people. Not all. You cannot display this notice on roadside and all that. Which group of people are you targeting? So, there you have to display this notice. So, this is going to be displayed in the school. SVA Public School, this school is issuing this notice, and very, very important. Notice. Clear? Now, the next line is the date. How will you write the date? There is a confusion. Some children will just write, putting the bars or dots and all that. Not like that. You have to write, for example, date. Next line is date. What is the very next thing? The very next thing is heading. when the people look on to the notice board, they should understand, on just one glance they should understand what are you talking about. What are you talking about? You want to talk about the drama Shakuntalam. So shall we write the heading here? See children, the box should be little more this way. Okay, since I do not have the space here on the board, I am doing this. Okay. So I am giving the heading Shakuntalam. I'm sorry. Underline. Okay. Now you have to draft the notice. Who are you? Nitin, yeah, or Nalini. Next one is our school is staging the play. I hope you can understand children. Staging the play Shakuntalam. Staging the play Shakuntalam. You can put it in inverted commas here. And at 4, all this you are deciding, because they have not given the time. That all you have to decide. See, write a notice to be displayed on your school notice board mentioning the time. I have mentioned the time. Now I have to mention the date. 4 p.m. on 6th November 2022. This is a sample, children, and now we have to write the place where the play will be staged, at Aparna Theatre. This is one name I have given. You can give your something different from, okay, and theatre, comma, New Delhi. Right. Now next line, all the students are invited to come along. I am not sure whether you can, I am not sure whether you can see this. All the students are invited to come along. They have also students and their parents. So, invited to come along with their parents. Along with their parents to watch the play. I am sorry for my bad handwriting, children, and watch the play. Now, see, it goes on like this. I am so sorry. You have to write one more important thing here down. I am not having place here. Shall I rub a little bit? Okay. And what you have to do this, the box will be like this. Nitin, who are you at the school? Cultural secretary. You are the secretary. Okay. With that, we come to the end of notice writing. So, this is the pattern of the notice writing. You will get mark for writing this. You will get mark for writing this. You will get mark for writing this. You will get mark for writing this and this. You will get mark. They will check the, here in this content, what they will check? They will check the expression, not the facial expression. That is grammar, spelling, then grammar, spelling, this too they will check here. Okay. So that is notice writing. So we finished this one. Right. Shall I rub it, children? So you will feel a little bit of confusion, like advertisement writing, whether I should write this, other I should write that and all that. In order to be free from that confusion, I told you rehearsal, repetition and recalling. No other way. Okay. What is this? Where did I keep this? Excuse me, children. Okay, now we will see this one. Shall I read this question? A 72-year-old municipal councillor of your area. You are having a councillor in your area. What is the age of that lady? 72 years. Expired last Friday. Expired means passed away. She passed away last Friday and she had desired. She had a desire in her heart. Her body was donated to Army Medical College. That my body should be donated to the Army Medical College. It would be a second life for some persons receiving some vital organs retrieved from her body. So what did she think? When I die, let my organs be harvested and given to some other people so that many lives will be saved. Now what are you supposed to write? What are you supposed to write? Very important. Write an article, underline here, you need to write an article in not more than 200 words to be published in the Reader's Digest magazine, highlighting the importance of donation of eyes and other organs to person in need. You are Navita Namit. Most of the time they will give you the name. Who are you? You are Navita, you are Namit. All those things. So what are you supposed to do is that you need to write an article. Article is having a format. And where? To where should you write? To the newspaper? No, you are asked to be published in Reader's Digest magazine. Yeah. And what should be the topic? Highlighting the importance of donation of eyes and other organs, not only eyes. Even other organs you take. The lady, 72-year-old lady is telling, not only my eyes, you take my all the organs, whichever is possible. And to person in need, you are Navita Namit. Clear? Now, what is the format of the article? What is an article? First of all, an article is a person's thoughts and it should be penned down. You write down your thoughts about this. Okay. What is an article? It is a writing of a person which is being written and then published in the whatever, in magazine or whatever. Here they have asked you to publish in the Reader's Digest magazine. So the format of the article would be like this. A very catchy title should be there. a very catchy title should be there. You can decide the title, okay, what title you will be giving. You can think and you can give a title, but that should be very catchy. Why do you say that it should be very catchy while writing the article? Because you know, if somebody wants to read it, it should be attracted. So normally if you give a title which is not so attracted, they will skip, they don't know. But if you do something very catchy like something I saw, what is that article about, then you will be interested to read it. That is why the title should be catchy. I am talking about the format of the article, children. Now a byline will be there. What is a byline, by the way? Byline means article is written by a person. So normally I think you can see in even in newspaper and all, you can see, you know, an article by, that is byline. By, for example, byline, they have written here Navita or Namit. I am taking by, this will be like this, by Navita. So now a catchy title will be there, a byline, the person's name is there, and then what else? Now the article will start from here, okay. When you start the article from here, the very first, the leading line should be very much striking. As I said earlier, the first line should be striking, then only the people will be interested to read your article. That is there, and you can think and write about that, and a minimum of 3 to 4 paragraphs should be there. Children, please note down in article writing, minimum 4 paragraphs should be there. That is very, very important. Paragraphs, you take minimum 4 paragraphs. I was just checking the words. They have given, I am sorry, they have given 200 words. So, how many paragraphs? 4 paragraphs should be there. I think one page will be there. Okay, right. Okay. Then not least, the conclusion. Concluding paragraph should be there. Without conclusion, it won't work out, and never leave the conclusion in an open-ended question, or you know, like whatever people can decide or something like that. No. So conclusion should be there. Oh, it went that side. Okay, children, please do not put it in a box or something like that. No box and all that. This is the format. Catchy title should be there, byline should be there, by whom, and 4 paragraphs minimum, conclusion. Very clear? That is all about the article writing. Right. Shall we move on, children? So this is okay, this is okay, this is nice. Everything is nice provided you write properly, right? What is the next one? Is section B very interesting? Okay. 9th one. Fire broke out in the corner of the auditorium when your school's annual day function was going on. What is going on? Your school function is going on. Now what happened? In the corner of the auditorium of your school, what happened? Fire broke out. Head girl, head boy took command of the situation and got all the doors opened at once. What did the head boy or the head girl do? She went and opened all the doors. Used fire extinguishers. Some head boy, not some, all the head boy and all the head girls, as you know, will be very smart. Those children will be chosen as the head boy or the head girl, because they should act according to the situation. Clear? Then only you can become, then only, you know, things work out. So, the boy command of the situation, took command of the situation and got all the doors opened at once, used fire extinguishers, vacated the auditorium, just told all the people to move out and to be safe, provided first aid and called the ambulance. Imagine you are the principal of MV public school. Now what is happening there? The head boy is doing all those things, running here and there, he is opening all the windows and he is giving the first aid, he is calling all whomsoever is wanted and he is doing all the things. Now you as principal, what are you doing? You are observing all this, how the head girl or the head boy, how smart she is, and the principal is observing all these things. What did he or she do? Your school is MV public school. Write a letter to the director of the education recommending your student's name for a bravery award. Now the principal is thinking, I have to recommend to whom? To the director of education. For what? My student, my head boy or the head girl, she did a wonderful thing. I cannot believe it. All these things you can include in your whatever the answer, right? I cannot believe. Recommending your student's name for a bravery award. My students need a bravery award. So, the principal is recommending the boy for a bravery award and he will be called for the bravery award when given a letter like this. So, children, now what are you supposed to do? Did you get it? What is this? Advertisement writing or notice writing? Okay children, sorry for the interruption, there was a shortage in the power, okay. Now what is this letter children? Did you understand? Were you able to make out what you are going to do? Now as a principal, okay, letter to the director of education. What is that? Can you identify this is a formal letter or an informal letter? What is it? It is definitely a formal letter, not an informal letter. You know what is the difference between a formal letter and an informal letter. So this is definitely a formal letter. So do you know the format of the formal letter? What is the format of the formal letter? Just go through. Okay. How will you write formal letter? This is a formal letter and I'm just telling you the format children. Please note down. Write sender's address first. Okay. Who is sending? The principal is sending. Now the very next line, write the date. Date should be always, as I told you, 3rd November or whatsoever, 2022. This is the method of writing the date. And then what are you going to do in a formal letter? You are going to, the very next line is sub. What will you write in subject? In the subject you have to, the director should understand by reading that heading, okay, what is the topic or what is this letter about? What is the letter about? He wanted to recommend for the bravery award. So you can write recommendation for a bravery award. And children, I am telling you, the subject should not go in a very lengthy way. It should be very short. As much as short possible you can make, that much short you have to do. So, see, recommendation for a bravery award. Immediately you open the letter, director open the letter. What you understood? Okay, this is a letter recommending for a bravery award. And now if he wants to know the detail, he has to read the letter. Now what is the next one? Salutation. Salutation is the next line. What would you write? There is a difference in salutation in the formal letter and informal letter. This is a formal letter and therefore you can write, what will you write? Sir, respected sir or whatever. And in informal letter you can call whatever you want. Dear, my dear friend, or in that way, informal. I hope you understood it, okay. Here only in a very formal way. Okay. Now, I think you know all these things. Now, how after salutation, what will you do? Introduction. Then in the first paragraph introduction, second one goes details the body, okay. Third one conclude. In the third one you have to write what you expect. You stop like that, okay, that I expect so and so, okay. Your expectation should be written. Now here you can write yours truly. Normally we all write yours sincerely and all that. You can write hopefully this side or truly, whatever. So that is the format of the letter writing. Shall we move on to the next one? So that is also over. So I will just explain to you children. Only managing waste is enough for the health of our citizens. Write a debate in 150 to 200 words. Keep an eye, 150 to 200 words, either for or against the motion. You are Sarita and Sachin. Now you know what is a debate, and you know what is a debate. It happens in the school, right? So debate will be for and against. Now what are you supposed to do? You have to write the debate. Whatever you can just imagine, okay, what happens in the school like debate, the child, you have to first of all you have to select one side, that is for or against. If you are choosing for, forget about against. If you are choosing against, forget about for. You have to stick to one point, okay. If you are favoring it, only favor for that. If you are against it, say write the points about that, okay. Now you have to write it in 150 to 200 words. You can start how respected judges or respected teachers, like that you can start. As you have seen in the schools, it's not much to explain children. You all very well know that. Shall we move on to the 11th one? Annual examinations are approaching. You as principal want to wish all your students to prepare well for the exam. Write a speech in 150 to 200 words on the topic preparing for annual examination to be delivered in the morning assembly. You are Reena Rohit. Now how you will write the speech? Very easy, not to explain much, okay. So what else? I think we have to, okay. Now what else you, okay, now this is, speech is very easy children, not much to explain, okay. You will be standing in the, and you will be talking to the audience, all those things, simple. We will move to this. You saw a stout man riding a cycle rickshaw in the market. When the rickshaw puller took a sharp turn, it overturned and both of them fell down. Now what is happening? Children, this is something very important, I will tell you. It overturned and both of them fell down. The man started beating the poor rickshaw puller. You along with some of the shopkeepers intervened and sorted out the matter. write a report in 150 to 200 words on the incident. You are Sohan Sohani. Now what is the, you should picturize it, but what is the question? Write a report. Report writing is very important. I think you can expect one question. So you saw a stout man riding. What is it? You imagine that whatever is given in that question, imagine. Okay, imagine the scene. A stout man is riding a rickshaw in the market. It is a market like Palayam in Calicut and all. Have you seen? So a stout man is pulling the rickshaw. When the rickshaw puller took a sharp turn, and you are standing somewhere in the market. By the way, you are standing like this, and a man is pulling the rickshaw, and then somebody is traveling in that rickshaw, and when the rickshaw puller took a sharp turn, what happened? The man sitting inside the rickshaw and the rickshaw puller both together fell down. Then what happened? It overturned and the both of them fell down. The man started beating the poor rickshaw puller. What did that man do? He started beating this rickshaw puller. You along with some of the shopkeepers, immediately what will happen? As usual, if it happens here and all, some people who will be watching that, they will immediately come running and they will, what happened, what happened, what happened? They will ask and they will try to interfere. That is the word here somewhere I saw. Intervened means they just took part in that, they interfered and they said, sorted the matter out. Sorted the matter out means they had a decision there, like, okay, normally it happens, you have seen that. Okay, write a report in 150 to 200 words on that incident. Now, you are supposed to write a report. Now, what is the format of the report writing? Shall we see that? What is the format of this report writing? Somewhere I have written. Okay. First thing is that, children, report writing is a factual expression. Factual description. Only the fact should be written in the report. And after all, what is a report? It is an incident which had happened, already happened. And you are going to write the report on what has happened. If your principal is asking, submit the report on yesterday there was some program, so you have to submit the report. The leader of the club or something like that, the principal is asking, and that program might have finished. And normally, what are the things like, see, police report, so many reports you have heard about that. Okay, now, shall we see the format of the report? Heading. Of course, the heading should be there. What is the program about, or what is it? Now here, what was that? That was an accident happened, and you can write an accident or whatever you might think suitable. You can just see that what had happened. So what an accident where in the marketplace. So something like that you can think and write, an accident in the marketplace or something like that. So that is called the heading. What is the next one? Who is reporting? What is byline? You need not write, please do not write this byline. Okay, this is for you to understand. I am telling by whom the report is written. By, that is why I am telling this byline. To make it easy, I am calling it as byline. Because by whom? By XYZ. No, sorry. The name has been given. What is this? Sohan Sohani. Sohan or Sohani. Okay. By, second line is over. Again, date 24th September 2022. Let it be like that. Then The first paragraph will be of what? This is moving to this side, children. What happened? Okay, here the leading paragraph. Leading paragraph means based on that, the first paragraph should include what is the incident. You have to write what is the incident, where did it take place, why did it take place, and you can also collect the reports, I mean the comments from the people who are watching it. Okay. So, that is also will be included in this paragraph, and goes second paragraph. Let us see what is in second para. Second para, the eyewitness. Now, you will be going and asking, you saw a person, you went and asked, interfered in this problem, and you asked, you can, not you asked, that you can hear that somebody is telling, the eyewitness is telling, I saw that person beating. So, that comment you can add in the second paragraph. People's eyewitness comments, all you can include. The third paragraph will be, now in the third paragraph, children, sorry, I am writing here, third paragraph. What will be in the third paragraph? That is remedies and the solutions. Yes, children, the third paragraph will be, you have to give the remedies and the solutions also, because after writing the report, your opinion, your suggestion can be mentioned in that report. Okay. Now, that is report writing format. Clear? Very clear, children? I hope you might have understood all those things. Shall we move? Report is over. Now, the last one, the attitude of the parents toward the girl child is changing. They have begun to realize that daughters are as good as sons. Parents are more supportive and paying more attention to their education. Write an article. Again, write an article is there. So, I have already told you the format of an article. So, that is again repeating here. So, you can go through that. Now, section C, we are moving to section C. What is section C? It is all from your flamingo. Flamingo and vistas. Based on that, you have to write the answers. Now, I think children, the one thing I told you is that without reading the textbook, it will be difficult to answer section C. Especially you can see these questions and all that, it's not very easy to answer. You will feel, oh, this is a small question, what is there? You can read and find out or do a guesswork. But without reading the textbook, it is quite difficult to answer these questions. This is carrying only 1 mark, I suppose. Let me read this one. You should recognize which lesson you should understand. If you read only, you will understand. Normally what happens, children think that, okay, this is the lesson I will learn, and just without reading and all that, maybe only one time they will read, and what will happen, they get these type of questions and they will look into the paper and say, which is this question? I have not come across this type of question. Did you experience that? Because you have not gone through the textbook. Okay. There was a wooden bench beneath a solitary elm where lovers sometimes came. She sat down to wait. It was a perfect place. She had always thought so for a meeting of this kind. Will you be able to answer this? Yes, children? Okay. So, sorry. Who is she? Who is she? Sophie. So, I will not be going very detailed into this answers, because I just want to tell you that the method of writing the answers, like this is if it is carrying 1 mark, don't go for many details. Who is she? She is Sophie. From which lesson? going places. From which textbook? All those things you need to mention, that's enough. Now, who was she waiting for? Who was she waiting for? You need not write she went there, she went here, nothing children. Who was she waiting for? She means who? Sophie. So you can write Sophie was waiting for Danny Casey to come and visit her. Why did the lovers like this place for their meetings? Why? Tell the reason. Why did lovers like this place for their meetings? Of course, because they don't like other people to be observed. Those who like privacy, they don't like people observing them. That is why definitely they like this type of places. This is not a passage reading children, this is from your textbook. What was special about this meeting? What was special about that meeting? Because that meeting was never a real one. It was a imagination or fantasy by Sophie. Right. Moving on to B. Sometimes I feel myself I can hardly bear the thought of so much childish longing in vain, the sadness that lurks near the open window there, that waits all day in almost open prayer. For the squeal of brakes, the sound of the stopping car. Why does the poet call this desire childish? Childish means what? The child will wish big things. For example, I want an aeroplane. Will that happen? So that is a childish wish. So the poet here says that the people are thinking that which is that lesson? Roadside stand. So the people will be coming and stopping the car near my shop, and they will be buying something. The people are wishing so, but the poet is telling, let them wish like that. It's not going to happen. It is like the child's wish, which is never going to happen. So why is there the sadness among people? Because nobody is stopping the car and buying their wares, they are buying their products. They are very much sad because they want to live like the city people, and they wanted to make money from the city people also. Because once they make money from the city people, they think that the city people are living luxuriously, and they are trying to take some money from the people by selling their city people, by selling their products, but nobody is buying it, and that is why sadness is there. Why do these people pray for a car to stop? Same answer. Next one, what does the word squeal mean? What does the word squeal mean? It's a big sound. When you apply the brake, there is a big, suddenly you apply the brake. What will happen? There is a big sound. Now, why was the order from, answer the following question in 30 to 40 words each. Keep the word limit. Now, why was the order from Berlin called the thunderclap by Franz? Franz is a boy, French boy, and why the boy was suddenly shocked. The boy was shocked because what happened? You know the answer, right children? You need to write like that, and he was shocked to hear that French is going to be removed or replaced by the German language. That is why all those points should be included in that question. What caused the lack of communication between the Englishman and the people of Germany's studio? Germany's studio, of course, the people was Tamilian people, and who was that Englishman? Englishman was speaking. They invited the Germany studio. They invited who was that? Okay, lack of communication between Englishman. The Englishman Spencer. He came and he was talking to these people, but he was all talking in his accent, and never the Tamilian people understood what is he talking about. They never understood it. Okay, explain Roosevelt's observation. All we have to fear is fear itself. It is from the lesson Deep Water. All we have to fear is fear itself. So this is a saying, and you have to just apply these quotings to the lesson, right? How will you face the fear? by fear itself. Okay. How can suspension of activities help in making life better? I think keeping quiet, Pablo Neruda, and what is she telling? She is telling that all the people are very busy in life. It becomes morning, you are very busy, you don't even have time to look out for anything, or all the time you're very busy. So what is she calling out for? She's telling, please stop your activities. Please stay quiet. Be quiet. Why? Then only you can introspect yourself. You don't know what you are because you are busy all the time. What is life then? So, please put your activities down there and please look into yourself. Be silent. Appreciate silence. See, this goes on like that. What reason was given by McCleary for carrying a small semi-inflated rubber ring? What did it actually contain? You know the story. So McCleary, what he was doing, that all those things you have to explain, but keep the word limit. And children, while writing the answer, please write from which lesson, what is the role of the character there. By starting that, you can answer. Okay. What reason given? Okay, what objects, activities in the marketplace attracted Bama on her way back from school? You all know that. Was it fear of feeling patriotism which prompted the servants to leave Dr. Sadow's residence? Was it fear or a feeling of patriotism? So, please read that lesson nicely and then answer the question. Now, shall we move on to this question? 120 to 150 words. Now, why do bangle makers of Firozabad have to live in poverty? So, you need to write one page and I think 1¼ of a page you have to write, and then you need to write little bit detailed. That is, why were they not able to come out of the poverty? What was the difficulty in leaving the traditional method of their, that job like making bangle? They were not able to come out of that work. What was the reason? They always live in poverty. They die in poverty. All those things. And what was the reason? And write according to that. Okay. What impressions do you form of Umberto Eco as a scholar, and write on the basis of your study of the interview, the lesson interview. Based on that, you have to write. Right. Answer the following questions in 120 to 150 words. What is it? Describe Charlie's experience at the third level of the Grand Central Station. Okay, there is a lesson, third level. Now you know Charlie has gone through the first level and the second level of the Grand Central Station, and nobody has experienced the third level, but who has experienced it? Charlie has experienced it. And the first level is of course the gate, opening of the gate, and the second level, it is being described in the textbook. Third level also is being described, but don't get mixed up with. I think that you have to study. It is different and it is a bit hard also. So please go through that. The third central station, the experience, the weird experience, the weird experience which Charlie had in the Grand Central Station. Nobody has gone through that level, okay? That you have to explain neatly. Right. And we are coming to the last question. Attempt the character sketch of the Tiger King. See children, I wanted to just tell you, let me something, the character sketch. What do you mean by the character sketch? Character sketch means while you are writing the answer, you have to name the lesson, name what role that person is playing. Okay, what is the role that Tiger King, what is the role that is having in that lesson? Name the lesson. Very, very important in character sketch. Instead, I have had the experience that while asking the character sketch, what answers do I get? Sometimes the whole story. Even when you look into the internet and all that, you know, when you look into the, we really sometimes are misguided. When you read that, what is this character sketch of Tiger King? The whole story of the textbook will be there. So please be careful. What is a character sketch? And that is why I am telling, write the lesson's name, from which lesson it is, write the role of the character. For example, Tiger King, write the role of the character. Then you have to write the author's name of that lesson. Very important. You can just note down, children, if you don't know, or it will be very helpful. It will enable you to get good marks. Instead of writing irrelevant sentences, these are the things which should be noted. And describe the role of the character. What is the Tiger King doing in that lesson? You have to describe. And the importance of the character. Then very important, how the character looks like. Is he tall? Is he stout? Or is he very, you know, like something like that. Physique. About the physique you can write. Okay. Then the costumes. Like in Tiger King and all, you know, you imagine how the person's costume is. That you have to describe. Now the personality traits. The Tiger King was very brave. He was not afraid of tigers, or he was not afraid of the astrologer also. And you know, like that things you have to write. Instead of writing the story, but you can write the examples. He was very brave and he was not scared to kill the tiger, because he did like this and this. In the textbook it is there. So you can write that. Now, what is the relationship of this character with the other characters in the textbook? That you have to write. That is very important. And above all, you have to write your own opinion, like, okay, the Tiger King was very brave, is a very brave person, and so one or two lines you can add. That will give an impression to the examiner that you are thorough with the lesson. Impression, or you know, like while the invigilator is looking at, the valuing person is looking into your answer sheet, he or she should understand the child has, you know, has a level, like he knows how to answer. We understand while seeing the answers. The systematic way of writing will show that you are an expert in that. So that is there. So one more time, shall I tell you the character sketch of what you have to write, children? Write which lesson, write the author's name, describe the role played by that character. Now, importance of that character, why is he so important there? Then the physique of the character, physique of the character, then appearance, then his or her costume, then the personality trait. If you know, like if the person is very humorous, that also you can mention. The Tiger King was very humorous, is very humorous, not was, is very humorous, and his likes and dislikes. He did not like this, he liked this. That all you have to mention, because we are focusing on a person's sketch. Like, what is that person? So clearly understood. Okay, children. By this we come to the end of English CBSE paper, and day after tomorrow is your exam. Wish you good luck. Don't be nervous, be happy, because I would like to add a note. This is not the end of the life. Okay? Everything, take it in a cool way. Now, thank you so much.